And until the end, everything is just so glorious tonight. As we're hanging out, it's the best of 99 season 3. We're back again, man. Another Wednesday, another week of fun times about to take place. And who better to spend a Wednesday night with my buddy here, Mr. Chris Bidwell. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Kingsman. How are you this evening?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm doing glorious, as that's what's blaring on the pre-rolls right now. Oh, such a good tune. And yeah, I'm hoping maybe Alex will be singing this song at the end of the night.
Not privy to the roll music, but I did forget last week to wish you a happy Bobby Bonilla Day, so I will do that belatedly this week.
Of course, yes. Well, Larva was very kind enough to remind me that it was Bobby Bonilla Day last week, and it's all good. It's fine. It's such a good time of the month to remember that somebody getting paid for a job that they barely did about 20-something years ago. So,
I mean, we can all aspire, only in America.
Oh, most certainly. So, Chris, yeah, we're looking at round number 4 tonight. Our buddy Alex, he's got work to do, man. He's got to get out of a big hole. He's down 19-8 after the first 3 rounds. Looked great in round 1, round 2. He did very well too, but the Jeff train just went choo 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 and stomped him in a sweep, 9-0. And then last week got to see some glimpses of Alex continuing to try to claw his way back, but Jeff just too strong. Another max out from him last week.
Well, Jeff's obviously stronger this season than last season with the max outs, but Alex getting those 3 victories last week compared to the sweep the previous week, which version are we going to see tonight? It's a question, and obviously Jeff's got the momentum, but I still don't think this is going to be like last season. I still think that this gap isn't as wide as it was with Jeff and Ben last season. So I obviously to play them all out. Obviously, the players are going to improve more, and I think we'll go over the keys to victory in a moment. But yeah, I'm still. That's why I'm here every week. It's not a foregone conclusion of who's going to win.
Right, exactly. I think that's the one thing that people have to remember is that this is a endurance test. It's like a marathon, Chris. We're about to engage into the end of the first third of this series, right? It's round number 4. We're going to go 11 weeks, 11 rounds. So this is kind of like the end of the first third of the leg. So there's still 2/3 of the race left to go. And again, just Alex has to kind of just inch his way each week to just at least stay close, right? I think like even if he's on the losing end, maybe like 5-4 or whatever, you still want to try to at least stay within range, because you never know. Maybe one week Jeff has got, it doesn't have it that night and he can get swept. You've seen it before.
I mean, we got Gordon already posted neck and neck. Now imagine if we get to that last round and Alex does inch his way back and we get to the last leg and we're close-ish. It's not going to be exact tie, but within range that whoever takes that last series can take the entire series of 99 games, and the 2 competitors get together in Vegas and do it live, and then we broadcast this thing on that new weird Vegas sphere. How about that? Can we arrange that?
I will talk to Jeff. He's actually going to be in Vegas. Well, I mean, he lives there, but he's going to be actually in the main part of Vegas, that wonderful strip. In the next couple of weeks, so I guess he could do some reconnaissance for us, Chris. He can go down and do some research and find a great spot. I would love to have that broadcast around the world to everybody to see live and in living color. Jeff and Alex, round 11 for all the marbles.
Just imagine those beautiful necks on that beautiful sphere. I don't see why they wouldn't have invented that for that purpose. Oh, yeah. They put like an NBA basketball on the globe and some weird Windows 95 screensavers. Come on, put some classic Tetris up there.
Oh, well, certainly. Yes, let's get it done. Maybe Vince has some connections out there in Vegas too. You can ask him.
That's right. We're part of the CT family now. Let's push those connections. Let's make some things happen.
Certainly, yeah. Front page, Vince. What? Anyway, yeah, we're about to get this one started in about 30 seconds or so. So let's go and take a look at what's been happening here, what has been culminating for those that are new to the best of 99 series. This is what's kind of happening. So the best of 99 house rules, we got rules that go into effect with this one. Players will start on level 18 only. They are pros and they play at the pro level. Players will restart the match if they top out at under 100,000 points. This is to kind of deter early top outs and having games go a lot faster. So we would most certainly like to see that. But again, Chris, we have seen, like, I think in total about 4 full starts in this entire series, which has been tremendous, huh?
Oh yeah, we almost did. We get through a whole session. We were close last week.
No, last week we did. Yeah, they went 9 for 9.
Yeah, all the way through. Yep, that's right. So, like I said earlier, the level of play keeps improving, and I do not envy the task of Kingsman having to figure out how we're gonna top this for season 4. But let's just enjoy the rest of this ride on season 3.
Well, certainly. Yeah, that'll be a job for me next year. But what's happening right now is that we encourage mullining games. Of course, that fantastic term that we all love. Mullining games is at the discretion of the player, of course. We saw that happen a few times. Jeff got some big scores with a couple of 900s with some mullins. And, of course, he had the big max out to continue his streak. And 9 games will be played each round over an 11-week period because 11 times 9, of course, 99. So you can see here, this is the synopsis of what's been going on. Round 1, when we kicked it off, Alex was able to eke out Jeff in a fantastic decider, 5-4 for Alex. And then since then, Jeff's been on cruise control. He's 15-3 since that moment. He's got 9-0, the sweep on round 2, and then 6-3 against Alex in round 3. So here we are. Round 4 is tonight. You get round 5 next Wednesday as well, July 19th. And then, Chris, I just got breaking news that we will take a break the week after. Jeff will be unavailable, as mentioned. There's vacations happening and stuff. So early shout out birthday to the lovely Crafty Kim. That'll be her birthday week. So they have plans to head on out. So I'm sure we'll talk about that in the next few weeks. And then we kick right back off. The second half will be in August. We run straight through unless there's any other changes. But pretty much September 6th now, a couple days after Labor Day, Chris, is the end target for us.
Still technically summer, and in Vegas it's pretty much summer all the way through November. So,
oh yeah, so
they won't. Nobody will know this. Nobody's none the wiser.
Of course, yeah. I mean, they could probably just, we can't get that sphere thing going, man. I'm sure Jeff can get the barbecue going in the background. We can see some grilling and Tetris Blast grilling at the same time. It'd be great.
I'd be happy with the marquee on Circus. I mean, I'm not that picky.
Oh, okay. You're a simple man. Circus, of course. A delight.
Yeah.
And of course, now our new favorite part of this program. Who can ever say no to this, man? I love this graphic, and it's now my favorite part of each week's show here, Chris. So there it is. This is Chris Bidwell's keys to victory for this week. Look at that handsome devil right there. He's giving you that wonderful smirk that he does to let you know that, hey, these are the ways that our players can get victory. Go ahead, Chris. Run down your keys for this week.
I mean, at least we are in the era of digital photography. Film was not wasted capturing that professional photograph. Obviously, Jeff is the favorite. The favorite coming into the series, remains the favorite after these first 3 rounds. But keep Diggs to a minimum. But I mean, that's his nickname. But that's he's if he plays the way he's playing, should be no issue him to continue the streak going forward. Big question is going to be Alex. He's had some very strong sessions. Even when he was swept, most of those games were close within a Tetris or 2. So it's going to be post level 19 play. It's going to be avoiding those missteps. Oh, party like it's 2017. I like that one. Did I come up with that? I'm intelligent. I like that. But get those wins. Don't, if you minimize the mistakes, get those sneaky wins. The fortunes can turn quickly in this game. It's obviously classic Tetris is a sport where it's not as much as how aggressive you are, it's how mistake-free you play. So you do that, you get those scores, you push that Tetris rate up, you don't top out, you get those crowns. So let's get this started and see what happens.
There we go. There are the players. Well, I see one right there. Oh, we see a Captain Kim sighting, of course. She's walking around. And I'm going to fix Jeff's cam in just a moment. But there they are. You're going to get the players. They are both live. They are just about ready to go here, Chris. And, of course, I'm going to set them up. They have been playing with same piece sets throughout the last couple of weeks now. So we want to continue that trend, of course.
So you don't have dark this week. We have medium. do you call volume for color? Medium brightness, Jeff.
Medium brightness, Jeff. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what do you call a medium brightness. I'm not a somebody in the video editing world would probably have a better term for that.
Perhaps I would assume that. I'm certainly not a video editor, as you can see the stencil work that is now needed on my part, so we can get Jeff's handsome devil face. Got a absolutely iconic player.
I had to pull an all-nighter last weekend to finally get the Dr. Mario DRMC Columbus videos posted from last November on YouTube. So, not a very good video editor and very lazy and not getting those done in time, but got the job done. Felt like I was in college again. Happy they're finally up. Go watch. Go give them a watch. Go give them a like. Smash that like button. No, don't smash that like button. No. Don't.
Well, smash something, right?
Yeah, just smash some viruses. But let's smash some Tetraminos here. We got a ready. Well, Jeff's going to be on 19, or is he just trolling us here?
He's trolling a little bit, but you can count him down, Chris. They'll get started right now.
Let's go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And we've got the Alex starting a little bit ahead of Jeff. But I suspect Jeff will press down and catch up and surpass Alex within moments here. Great start, both scoring the early Tetris. Jeff's now properly looking at the playfield, at the matrix, if you will.
Of course. But he's so good, Chris. He didn't even need to look at it, but, it would help.
And Alex with the early miss shift. Let's see if he sets up a double T-spin situation. Oh, he's going to tuck in the L instead. I like that play. Again, this is the TGM coming out in Alex. Very creative solves.
And you can see a little bit of a Spire brewing on Jeff's side, so
kind of and another misfire on Alex's side. So both players probably not taking advantage of that warm-up period.
Yeah, a little bit of a ring rust, even though we are playing a week after last week. So, but again, Jeff also kind of told me he was running a little behind schedule, so maybe he didn't get as much warm-up time as needed, and maybe Alex the same. Both are on the West Coast coming out from work and things like that. So, whereas you and I, Chris, are on the East Coast side, we've been kind of lounging around doing nothing.
Yeah, I literally woke up from a nap and got here 10 minutes before call time.
Well, you're a pro, so it's okay.
Yes. Well, 93-93. Let's see if we can continue our streak of no false starts.
Jeff will make it over the threshold at 117. Alex looking for a couple of pieces to assert some scoring. He certainly looks like he will be able to make the threshold as well. Jeff is laughing about something. Something tickled him right there, but well, maybe because we're talking
nothing
about
I said, that's for sure.
And Alex is...
he's teasing us. Look at that. 98-8. There we go.
So we have an official game.
Keeping that streak alive.
Mm-hmm. And just no long bar in this sequence here for players, Chris. That you can see. Where's the long bar for Alex? That's been a while and a half. And Jeff, of course, is going to endure the same situation. Finally, there's the bar. And yeah, there we go.
Wow.
Man, oh man.
I think Alex is playing ahead of Jeff then. If he's got the sequence there.
Yeah, I don't think Jeff's actually pushed down as of yet, Chris. I think maybe he's not in that flow to do that. You can see, notice his now he's starting to push down a little bit. Here we go.
So about a 2 Tetris difference, 161, 206. 1 Mino short from a Tetris for Jeff, so he's going to take the safety triple, and then another triple back-to-back to knock that board down. And now he's going to play one off the bottom.
We'll see how that works out. He has a good lead to start on this one, 217 to 161. Alex patiently waiting for a bar. He's been keeping a very clean board. Just the bar timing has been horrendous right now, or lack thereof. And a nice shout out to Doc Pie, party of 19. The raid coming in. You're just in time. We're getting game number 1 started for the best of 99. It is season 3, hosted by me and our friend Chris Bidwell here, hanging out once again with Jeff with a nasty kind of board going on right now.
Yeah, I saw a head shake. That's the Alex Kerr head shake there. Alex with a dirty Tetris halfway up the board.
Oh yeah, man. Woo. Gotta like that.
Doing it dirty early. Jeff with all of his Tetrises at this moment are gonna be dirty, playing one off the bottom. that that little bit of sand in your shoe if you get back from the beach.
Oh yeah. Well, he's taking your advice, Bidwell. The keys to the victory is try to limit the digging out. Obviously, you mentioned in that part that he's known for digging out, but I think what happens is that the more he's doing it, that gives Alex the opportunity to kind of sneak back in. You can see he's only behind about 2 Tetrises at the moment, and of course is behind in the line count due to the Jeff pushdown. So advantage for Alex here in this early days.
Yeah, about now about 2 Tetris difference again, but classic Jeff Alex match. The line disadvantage goes to Jeff. And what's the general theory with playing one off the bottom? It seems like it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but players really do try to avoid that situation.
Oh, Jeff's gonna try to avoid a top out here. Oh man, he only burned one line.
More.
And there it is.
That's it.
Top out.
And that's game. 338, 334. You don't think Alex is going to want to mull in this game here.
No, I very much doubt that.
There's that crown.
Yeah. There you go, Chris. Get on to the early wins. That was a key to your victory, and that's what Alex has done. He's taken this first game easily. A tough seed, to be honest. That one you saw pretty droughty in good moments there. Alex, the wherewithal to survive that one, and he will take advantage. So we will go to the next seed players. It is 7F. Yeah, where were the bars? Yeah, see, Alex even knows there. See, he knows.
They're in Vegas. There's a whole strip of bars, but nope, not in this game.
Yeah.
Dad jokes.
Of course. I always count on you, Bidwell, to do that.
Well, Alex liked it. I appreciate it. Here we go.
We have hover 3 from Alex, and we're waiting on a ready from Jeffrey Moore. So again, 7F, increment your C to 7F, and we have readies now. Go ahead, Chris, counting down for game number 2.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
Look at that. There we go. Simul start now this time for you, Chris.
Very nice.
And the builds, pretty much the same.
Speaking of Grand Designs, congratulations. Looks like he's taking his show live at the Cleveland Gaming Classic. I believe that's next month, or maybe it's in September. I don't have the date on me there.
Yeah,
but,
it's September. I think it's the same. Might be the same weekend as the DAS tournament in Germany. It was like September 21st, 22nd, sometime around that time frame. But yeah, kudos to GD. And
that is a big step going live with these things. It's one thing to have a restream set up, but having the consoles, having the CRTs, having the players, having the space, having electricity, all that stuff, that takes a lot of work, a lot of dedication. And best of luck to our good friend getting that off the ground.
Now, how far is Cleveland from you, Chris?
About 2 hours. Columbus is right in the smack middle of Ohio, and it's about a 2 hour, 2:15 to any of the major cities, unless you take country roads to some weird place like Cedar Point or something. So not sure if I'll be able to make it or not. I got a lot of travel coming up, and I do work Saturdays at my second job. We have a Jeff kiddo here asking Dad for something and brushes that off, although he is in a little trouble here.
Yeah, I think he just told her, darling, I love you, but you got a shoe. Daddy's working right now.
Daddy is digging out. I'm living up to my namesake. That's the Tetris to get out of there, but another misdrop. But he does cross the threshold. So again, the streak continues.
Yeah, but players have
to start queuing up the Goldberg music.
Oh my God! That's something I'll add that for next week, most definitely. They're going to fill in that dependency, get the J and the Z to open up that right side. He's at 106 out of Tetris. Take it to 129. Alex at 153. Starting out really well. Chris Bidwell's keys to victory looking pretty good right now. Look like Alex is taking that advice, starting out hot. Got to come out early with the wins. He knows Jeff is a very tough opponent. I think as the games progress, we can see Jeff maybe start getting stronger again. Maybe not enough warm-up time on his end, so it could be that he just got to get a few games in. And he has room to give here, Chris. He's at the 19-8 lead, so certainly he can give up.
Oh yeah. And we're all rooting for Alex to not, we want this to be a close match. So, and all these crowns that Alex is getting. Alex not quite sure the spin he was going for with that move. Didn't quite work out here, so that's going to be a lot of solve here. And that's going to let Jeff Moore take the lead with that Tetris. 247, 234.
Close
solve
enough.
Complete.
It's keeping it close enough that at least we're in the range. 269 out of another Tetris. Jeff will go to 2.
Oh, boy.
And
you said the number king.
I did. I most certainly did. It's a very famous number, and we all love it here in the Classic Tetris community.
You gotta keep your youth up somehow.
Of course. I live vicariously through the youngsters of today.
I do. It's sad.
Or it could be a good thing, right? It could be a good thing.
Well, I mean, it's we are at the age where we can say youthful phrases with a delightful amount of cringe. So every time I say the word bussin', my kiddo kind of just hides her head and runs away. Can't believe that I would say such terms that Zoomers use.
Oh, then there you go.
So,
yeah. That lets folks. That lets you know that Bidwell's not reading the YouTube comments right now. So
no, go for it. Exactly. Please.
Oh yeah. Oh, they already started, but it's all good. I love it.
Smash that down.
Oh man, boomer commentary in the house. Let's go. Triple there on the right for Alex. He'll go to 338. Jeff at 453. Jeff's got a nice strong lead, but again, heading the line count by about 14.
Alex missing another spin. The timing is it's difficult. Even though it's level 18 speed, it's still a 20th of a second window there. Those are not given plays. And you see how much further behind he's going to fall because of that miss spin. Sets up the dirty Tetris, kind of selling out his board. Knocks it down, but he's going to have to get out of this mess. The transition's coming up, and he's behind 130,000 points. This has kind of gone south real quick.
Yeah, but Jeff's board is definitely not in a stable situation. He's going to want to try to clean this up quickly. He's only got 4 lines left to go. At least Alex has 18 more to play to work and get this cleaned up.
Fun little game here. Lots of dirty Tetrises. And Alex set up again. Had to pass it up, and the line comes one piece later.
Oh, man.
But the board is now in safety range.
What a play by Jeff to get that Z piece over on that right side was very difficult.
But another dirty Tetris setup. See, this level of aggression from Alex. I'm digging this new strategy. Gets rewarded this time. Transitions with a 416. Behind by 110,000 points. Still within range. With a board like that, though, you can't completely discount his chances.
Yeah, he just needs some bars. And look at that. Jeff has cleaned everything up. Nice job by him. He stays alive. Again, no bars for Alex. There we go. Finally, the bars shows.
Finally. Great survival.
455 for Alex. 585 for Jeff. 130,000 point lead, as Chris mentioned, still maintained after all that ordeal. Good T horizontal for Jeff. He'll go to 616. Alex at 485. Again, behind by about 14 lines, so he has the advantage. But if Jeff can start pouring on some points, it's going to make it difficult for Alex to catch regardless.
And you see Alex shaking his head every time he's got a burn, but it's at 19 speeds, you have to dial down the aggression with as a DAS player. Even rollers do. But oh boy, 2 missed drops in a row. This board is toast, and a line will only give a triple.
And he cannot quick tap.
Can't get it over, and that's going to be it. Jeff ties it up. Will he mullen this one? It's kind of a lowish, it's borderline.
He could still make it. He just has to really pump the gas on this one. 723 on 25. Certainly, it's still within range.
Yeah, I'd say it's a beautiful board until there's a misdrop. Play it out.
So while he's doing that, we'll give a crown over to Jeff's side. Nice try by Alex. Courageous effort, but Jeff just too strong. What a dig out, too, from him. He honestly could have topped out like 200,000 points earlier, and he kept it going, and that was the difference right now. So nice job by Jeff. We are 1-1 here. And we will change the seed up players. We are going to go to 8-0-80. Number 80. Get your bingo cards out. 80.
All right. We are ready. Count them down in 3, 2, 1. Tetris.
Of course, one of the keys
So,
to victory you mentioned was that Alex should party like it's 2017. And for those that didn't get that reference, it's a nod to his great run in the 2017 World Championship, his second appearance in the finals. Got to face the all-time great Jonas, trying to dethrone him. And you were there, Chris. You were there for the run, and you got to see an epic match between Alex and the Jonas Destroyer, you called him last week, Corian.
yeah.
So when you were there watching that match happen, and I think you were on the cons with Adam for that one, what was your impressions about, obviously Corian coming in and Alex's history had been there every year competing pretty much, and at the time, what do you think his odds were against the eventual superstar?
Well, Corian was going to be the next big thing. It was he had unlocked the ancient hyper tapping technique of Thor Ackerland, and like Godzilla coming out of the ocean after sitting there and mutating, the hyper tapping technique was going to take over, and Corian was going to be the person to usher that in. Which the narrative was kind of right, but it wasn't Corian who revolutionized he may have introduced it, but obviously that changed the next year with Joseph Saley. But that was kind of the last classic year, I guess, with a lot of those old school players. The baton was passed off the next year, and we still kind of felt like it was a cool little community, and maybe Corian was going to be the next big thing. We had no idea, and I don't think the meme had caught fire yet, even though Jeff had played the previous year. It was kind of weird. I mean, I was sort of aware that it was a meme, but I don't know. We really hadn't cashed in yet. It was kind of a slow burn that first year.
And do you think, again, with the slow burn, because I actually went back to watch that VOD just because I want to do a little research on Alex before tonight's match, and I was like watching that along, and Chris Tang obviously doing a fantastic job. He's also James Chen, first year doing comms there. Yeah, that they made mention about the video becoming a success and all that. So was there really like high expectations about Jeff maybe making it back to back for finals, or basically the point we're getting is, did it seem like Alex was gonna maybe make that kind of a run, or was it more of a surprise at that time?
He was part of that cohort that could challenge Jonas. Obviously, Harry Hong, Jeff, Alex, Corian, Quaid, like all those players that had made the finals on all those previous years had a legit shot. We had seen Jonas go down to Harry Hong, so everybody knew it was possible. It was just a question of who was going to do it, or if they could do it, or when that would happen. So it was kind of it was the A+ tier. Obviously, Jonas at the time was the S tier. And would he go down again? That was always the question. Jonas versus the field, kind of like Tiger Woods back in the late 90s and the 2000s. And obviously that narrative sort of went away the next year. But going into that year, that was kind of the idea. All those players are kind of seen as equals. Jeff wasn't the superstar yet. He just had the big run in 16. So could he repeat? He wasn't quite the Jeff we know today. I mean, obviously the meme was there. But right. Alex they were all kind of in that same group.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, that makes total sense, because looking back, it seemed like, when I watched and I saw what happened with Jeff getting ousted by Buko in the round of 16, I believe it was.
Oh, that's right.
Seemed a little shocking to some, perhaps, but again, a different time, a different era, and Jeff has grown as a player. We've seen what he can do, and the amazing run he's had in the online years. So again, kind of showing you some of that flash that he still can hang out with the big dogs, and he proved it again last year at the World Championships. So
yeah, he's the last of that group. He's still around, and obviously Alex is still around too. But I mean, competitive wise and success wise, he's the gold standard of that old school cohort. And That's why we're seeing here so far into round 4 of our best of 99. But this game, again, proving it, he's ahead by about 100,000 points. And Alex is not a slouch. This isn't, again, we passed our threshold. Again, we're going to make transition. But you see that Tetris rate is just that few percentage points higher, and it equates to those W's in this series.
If Jeff can bring this board down a little bit, getting a little high up there before transition. He goes to 457, gets the J over, but no T for the spin in that opportunity. This could be a tough one for Jeff. Let's go with the lumbar flat because
burn.
Oh, what a quick tap from
nice.
Jeff.
Come on.
And he gets the square over.
Square.
Oh my word. That L. Oh,
playing the flat bars perfectly.
I thought he was going to try to
That's
vault
gonna
that
be
L.
it.
Opportunity now here for Alex, Chris. Opportunity for him at 396. You need to get to 463, sir. 463.
In transition coming up, this is not a guarantee rundown here.
Interesting placement of that square there for Alex. I thought maybe he was going to move that to the right to keep those squares together, and then the T might have burned a double.
This is going to be a horribly high transition as well. Man, there's the head shake. And the line comes one too late, and that's going to do it. Jeff's going to take it.
Pretty suffer game.
Yeah, suffer game for sure, but they still made the transition.
Tough one there. Yeah, I think Alex probably go back and look at the replay. He'll agree that there's probably some better placements that could have been done right before their transition. He had a tough board, but nonetheless, Jeff's 462 is going to hold. He'll take a 2-1 advantage in this one. It was a rough seed again, so hopefully the next one will be a bit better. We'll go to 91. Seed will be 91. Pretty decent year, Chris, right?
Yeah.
The year before Super Nintendo came out.
That was the year Punk broke, according to the Sonic Youth documentary.
That's true, yes.
Nirvana Nevermind came out that fall and changed culture, and everybody started wearing flannels.
Oh, yeah, that was a thing. Ask Game Scout. He's still living that culture today.
I kind of want to get another one. Everybody's in the hoodies these days. I want to wear a flannel again.
Oh, that's true.
Here we go in 3, 2, 1 Tetris.
Game number 4 coming up. So this is game number 31 of the series. So as mentioned, we are coming up to the third of the leg of this entire rundown for the summer. We're going to get to game 33, which will be a third of the way there, Chris. Coming up in a little bit.
Hard to believe. Summer's just flown by, but happens every year, it seems. Oh, Alex with the false start. There goes the streak.
Pretty nice run for them. They've been going a full, at least, let's see, we have the 3 in this one, plus the 9 last week, at least 12, plus, and add a few from the week before there, too. I think might have been a few in there, but nonetheless, that'll be a false start. Yes, false start players, so that will be the mulligan, as Kataru has mentioned.
Scott Hall brought out the cattle prod. My goodness.
Again, been kind of a rough seed this evening for our players here. Hopefully the next one will be maybe a little bit better. A2 for you guys. Just increment to A2. And they have readies again. So here we go, Chris. The mulligan game. You can count them down one more time.
All right, attempt 2 in 3, 2, 1 Tetris. And Varchild with the sarcastic woo. Appreciate that.
I do apologize to fans because there is one thing I forgot to do at the start of this episode, and that was basically to run a prediction, man.
Oh.
People want to some channel points in this here, right? So
get the gambling going.
Yeah, let's get the gambling going. Okay,
not brought to you by the myriad of sports betting services that have popped up over the past few years.
I mean, I would love it if Tetris could be a approved e-sport to gamble on. Wouldn't that be great?
We wouldn't be eligible.
don't know. We can
Jeff,
if wrestling can find a way, right, Chris? If wrestling can.
Oh my God, that is unbelievable.
Oh.
Ooh. We're gonna have 2 false starts in a row. Is Jeff gonna get out of this? He looks safe. He solved it. Good to go. Trying to bring drama to where no drama was deserved. It was a foregone conclusion.
Yeah,
kind of like wrestling.
Most certainly. 102 here for Jeff. 97,000 for Alex. Alex going to go with the key tuck and the skin with the J to get himself set up. And he's going to just look to build a little bit once that Tetris.
Man. Building a tower in the center like that, obviously that was the only place for that T to go. You know those towers are like magnets for Tetraminos. We got evil Eldaville 503 asking if this is a rerun or if this is live. We are live, baby. Unless you're watching us on YouTube.
Right. We'll do it live. That's how we always do it here on the ClassicTetris channel. So you're watching a fresh episode. This is episode 4, as Vince will title it next week on the YouTubes for those that would like to rewatch that. Simul-Tetris for both. Very nice. 206 to 197. Might as well get this in now, Chris, because it's been a pretty rough night for both players, but got ourselves a pretty tight game.
Yeah. Get that neck up there. Roll that beautiful neck footage. So now Alex is going to play one off the bottom here. And immediately gets rid of it. That was my question from earlier. Is players really don't like to play one off the bottom. I mean, maybe you think it's just one off the bottom. It's not that big of a deal. But every row counts. So getting rid of that, even if you could squeeze some more Tetrises out from that build, is more important in the long run.
Yeah, and you're finding it more commonplace in the game these days. Obviously, maybe not so much in this Best of 99 series, but in competitive Tetris as a whole, players are playing on any row that they can maintain, right, Chris? I mean, we've seen we've seen some of the top players be able to play like 4 or 5 off the bottom just because they want to maintain pace at this high level now. It's crazy, right? You kind of mentioned before, like the elite of the elite are always looking at transition like 550 plus or even 600Ks is like their standard that they see themselves doing. But certainly when we're talking about our legends here, they know what they need to do. It's about survivability, get through this 18 and try to outlast your opponent on the 19. So certainly trying to keep that together and avoid having those high builds.
But we have Jeff again ahead by about 70,000 points, 405, 334 heading into transition. Again, Jeff's ahead by about 10 lines. It's almost like they put this in the copy machine. But the fun part begins after transition.
Of course, Classic Vamche in the house mentioning that have to do some editing because Bidwell saying live, we'll do it live. And then did give a suggestion to Alex. Alex, if you're listening to the commentary, suggestion from Vince is got to work on those spins, bro. Get back to the gym class. Imagine
clean board.
Imagine, Bidwell. Imagine the day that Vince Clemente has to give Tetris advice to Alex Kerr.
Oh my lord! You talk about the early days. That was my go-to. Negative commentary was always just trashing Vince for no reason. It was just because he was the only target. That was politically. You don't want to make fun of players playing, but I had to get out my trash talk somehow. So Vince became my target, and I was pretty merciless. I don't even dislike the guy. It was my inner East Coaster came out, I'm adamantly not an East Coaster, but Vince brought that out of me. Oh, Jeff. He's going to top out at 595, so the transition, I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, what happened is that Jeff was getting kind of high. He was waiting on the long bar. What a shock. No long bars in the seed here. So, Alex, 596 is what you need. You can steal a game off of Jeff. He has topped out at 595. 596 will be the goal for you. You got plenty of runway, Alex. So again, party like it's 2017. This is what he did to Corian when Corian had a bit of an early top out and he had to chase. And essentially what happened here, Chris, is that along with the long bar dependency on the left, Jeff also missed that L tuck in the center. You can kind of see that in the middle there. He stuck it a little too early and then just couldn't figure out what to get over that left side. He was just hoping that bar was going to come and no shot.
Like I said before, any pieces in the middle of the playfield become a magnet. You might feel you're going to get around that, and maybe you will, but it just seems like there's a extra supernatural force pulling in those pieces, drawing them to that formation in the middle to ruin a game, and that's what happened there. The 551 Alex playing this slow, taking the Tetris when they come, but taking the doubles if they're there.
It looks like he's taking a nap. Now, of course, obviously, in today's competitive scene, you've seen that the players of a greater skill level with the rolling technique and such, they really don't like to try to wait around doing the line out too often. They like to just build up and get it done and get it over with quickly. Do you think that players kind of scoff at that in this day and age? Like you see, obviously, Jeff just kind of fooling around and whatnot. But do you think like maybe players are more inclined to say, "Man, this is not the way to play the game. You got to do it the right way, do it in style, and hopefully Alex doesn't get burned by trying to do that."
I wonder if that's the Tetris effect, classic score attack that kind of introduced that more to the scene, because putting that clock into the chase down situation really forced players to start going for the Tetrises.
Yeah, that's a great point you just made, and Alex is about to make a great point. He has it. 595, 800 is enough. 596 for the extra kudos points, and he is good. And
all right, we're tied, baby.
Yes, we are tied again. So this is kind of starting to look out like how our first round went, Chris. They went back and forth a little bit, exchanging wins early on, and then Alex was able to eke it out at the end with the last two wins. And of course, Mullins are at the discretion, so if Alex wanted to mull, he could have, but we'll see. He'll top out. He's happy with that, and he knows keeping it nice and tied is good. All right, so that was
all right.
A2. We'll go to B3. You take care of B3.
So you guys are doing the last two digits when you're changing these up?
They're changing the first two.
First two, okay. I'm wondering, like, has anybody analyzed the differences with the seeds, and are there similarities?
No, I think
if the last two digits change and it's kind of the same flow, maybe.
Well, I mean, you got a great person to answer that right there on the right. He would. Well, sorry to tell you that. Go ahead, cut him down, Chris, for game number 5.
All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. What was once a best of 9 is now a best of 5.
Hell yeah! Now I know in one of the older patches that was done to help create the same seeds before other variations came out, Hydra Dude had put one together that would enable you to play with the same piece, and that was kind of the one that was used throughout ClassicTetris for a good amount of time back in 2000 and 2001. But one of the problems with his was that you could never use a 00 in front. You could use it in the back end. There was no problem with that, but there was an issue where if you try to use 00s in the front of the seeds, that for whatever reason it just caused a major problem with the sequence. And I think it was like less long bars and just an abundance of like S's and C's or something like that. The little lore behind that I don't remember today, but
right. Well, Jeff, speaking of lore, he can get out of this, he'll be a legend. I mean, he already is a legend, but right on the precipice there, gets the line piece over. He didn't have to get it all the way to the left, only one short. Column 2. And with another burn here, he will be free. But unfortunately, Alex has also been in trouble. He's going to get a dirty Tetris here. But we got a 66-64 game early on. We haven't crossed the threshold. But Both players not quite feeling it tonight. It's been a little rusty on both ends, but I'm here for it. Give me the dirty Tetrises. Give me the off-center wells.
Yeah, this is the kind of Tetris that you want to see where, it doesn't have to be pristine. You don't have to see immaculate stacks to be entertained. You're getting the grit and the grind. You're watching players work their way through and have to work for this, right?
Right.
I think that's a lot of entertainment value in just seeing that, and certainly a lot of kudos to them for surviving that. Again, we've talked about that the rule for the best of 99, you can have that like redo if you're less than 100,000 points. And these guys never take advantage of that. They go through and it's like for them, we're playing a real competitive match. So why would I want to try to top myself out?
That classic, or what's the opposite of classic? The unfortunate Alex Kerr head shake.
Vintage.
Plus, if you have pristine Tetris matches, then you have to listen to you and I talk, and nobody wants to hear that.
No.
So that's a benefit to our audience when these games aren't pristine and clean.
Right. Because nobody wants to hear us talk about 1994.
No. Ugh. Again with the flannel. 95 is when the flannels kind of started going out of vogue, and then the work shirts with the improper name on the front, those became a thing for a while. And then the ska revival happened.
Oh, yes.
So giving you the pop culture of the mid 1990s in a paragraph or less.
We should have you save that for the ad break, because then that way
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I got to talk for that.
You got to talk.
I'll try to save that up.
Break. Yeah, you got to talk for the ad break there, because coming up, that'll be right after this game here. We're in game number 5, so we're hitting the halfway mark of this best of 99 round number 4. Jeff leads the series 19-8. We are tied 2-2 here.
Oh, come on, Alex. Oh, the line comes one too late.
Alex in major trouble.
Oh man.
And that left
side.
He's
cut off. That's gonna do it.
Yeah, way too high for him. He's finished at 181. Another rough one in this episode. 275 for Jeff. He is good. He will now take the 3-2 advantage at the halfway marker. But he's looking good. Just needs 2 more wins to take the night again here, Chris.
Oh, it's still 3-2 though. I mean, you talk like it's a foregone conclusion, and it's not so far. We're gonna take our little breaky break.
Yeah, so players, we will have our mid-game break. So, Alex, if you want to do a little secret grade for a couple of minutes, Jeff, hydrate, take care of the kiddos. I know the little ones were running around all over the place. We got a 2-minute break coming up, and again, for those of you watching live on Classic Tetris, this is your chance now to get a subscription to avoid getting the ad breaks. Right? You don't want to have to sit here and watch all those different Twitch ads that are going to be hitting you in the face for the next 60 seconds. You don't want to do that, right? You want to be able to listen to Bidwell tell you stories behind the scenes of things that happened back maybe at the 2017 World Championships, or just stuff that goes on. In fact, I'm going to ask Bidwell a very fine question when we go to the ad break, and it's going to involve Vince and basically their rivalry in the Dr. Mario scene, because of course everyone knows that Bidwell is a big Dr. Mario man. He's the organizer over there. So we're going to head on over to an ad break. But again, last chance. If you want to get a sub and listen to Bidwell's story about their rivalry, do it now before it's too late. And I'm going to hit the ad break in 3, 2, 1. And we're going to ad break now. So Chris, go ahead. Tell us, how did you and Vince end up with a rivalry in the Dr. Mario circuit?
I think Vince and Packy are the bigger rivals there. They didn't know each other when they both qualified for the 2015 Nintendo World Championship. They at the Best Buy event that Saturday afternoon. Vince came in, scored a very high score, somewhere in the 5 millions on that NWC 2015 remix. Vince left the venue thinking he had it in the bag. Then some dude from San Diego pulls up after Vince had left and beats his score. Not by too much, but by a fair amount. I think Pac got about a 5.6 million, something like that. Like, Vince didn't believe it was real. Vince thought that Pac had actually had multiple attempts to get that score, and it was just a one-off. And through me, the two came together and kind of became fake rivals and real rivals. And when I started up the Dr. Mario Championship in 2017, a couple years later, they both end up in the finals of that inaugural event. And Vince made his way through to the finals with some pretty close matches with some pretty strong competitors. Pac kind of blew his way through pretty substantially, and then in the finals, Pac did get the sweep, take that first title, and he went on to take 2 more titles and become our inaugural Hall of Fame class. So they've always been the big kind of rivals. And in fact, Packy took up Classic Tetris just despite Vince at his own tournament that he runs. So the rivalry between those two, it's friendly, but it's particularly fun. And Vince is obviously a in this game max out player. I don't hold a candle to him, but I do get the better of him in most of our Dr. Mario matches since those early days when we were pretty closely matched because Vince has had better things to do than to play that stupid pill game. But that rivalry with Packy and bringing him into the scene in the middle years of the CTWC tournament, pretty good time. Is that 2 minutes?
Oh,
Did
yeah.
I do it right?
Yeah, more than enough, of course. Yes.
All right, so
So
shut up already.
for those that missed it, well, I guess you'll have to catch the VOD because you missed a hell of a story on.
Vince is editing that out, so.
Well, of course. Oh, actually, no, he keeps them in because I have to do the timestamp. So I make sure to mark Bidwell stories in the timestamp. So maybe he can take a look on the YouTube statistics and see, do people jump over the Bidwell? All right, players. So we are back from ad break, and we are set to continue on the second half of this one. It'll be C4, something explosive. We're gonna get a C4.
Hey!
So when you are ready to go, we will continue on, and we have the ready. So Chris, go ahead. The second half of round number 4 commences.
Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Maybe we'll get some bangs.
Oh, I'm to see a lot of bangs and bangs, of course. We'll see if maybe things can change up for our players. It's been a kind of a rough first half, a lot of grinding and grit going on. And had a great question here from a viewer here live on Twitch. P. Tramo asked, "Is it first to 50?" Well, not necessarily. I mean, in a traditional best of 99, yes, it would be the first to 50 will be the winner, and essentially it will be the winner in this series. However, in this one, we do a little something special where we're going to play all 99 games, regardless of whoever gets the 50 first, because it's a summer-long series, and it's fun to watch the legends play a grueling game such as Tetris and grind it out for 99 games. So, I mean, as mentioned, I don't think Alex has ever played 99 games an entire year, so now he's going to try to do that in 11 weeks. So that will be tremendous. And, again, this is a great training tool. We had this happen with Jeff last year. He got into the Best of 99 series to play Ben Mullen Season 2 last year, and it really gave him the focus and the wherewithal to train harder. And when he came out to Portland back in 2022, he gave us a performance that will go down in history for max outs, tied for the most for a DAS player, along with Quaid, who did it online a couple of years ago. So Alex is looking to try to maybe grab some of that steam and use that to help him prepare if he plans on attending the World Championships. But I seriously don't think he wouldn't miss it, right, Chris, at this point?
Yeah. And think of this. We are also breaking this down into a series of 9 games. So we could have a theoretical, electoral college thing where, say, Jeff wins 60 games out of the 99, but then Alex ends up taking 6 of the 11 series of 9 games instead. So you could have one of those situations where, we could have a disputed title because of that. So you never know. And there's no real stakes here. So he could hold up that trophy and say, I'm the true people's champion. I took 6 out of 11 series from the great Jeff Moore. So you see how that works?
Yeah.
We're leaving the narrative can be spun multiple ways depending on the storytelling abilities of our players.
Oh yeah, no, I think that's a great point you just made there, Chris, to be able to look at that from that perspective. Because we go back and look at the last 2 seasons between our players. So season 1 was Louis Scuey and Ben Mullen, the innovators of this format. Ben won every single week. He went 11-0 overall, but he ended up winning about 2/3 of the matches. So like Louis wasn't getting demolished every week. It's just that, he got beat like 5-4, 6-3. The matches didn't really get like too crazy out of hand. Whereas Jeff, when he played Ben last season, was a whole different story. Jeff kind of got out the gate real bad, and then after that just went on an onslaught tear. And I believe he finished 8-3 overall for the 11. So
It's certainly a possibility with these two because it's 2-1 Al or 2-1 Jeff. The series rankings. Right now we are in a tight one.
347 to 278. Tetris for Alex, a little dusty one, as Zempro had said earlier, when you're one off the bottom.
Yep. And again, the line advantage, 10 line information advantage for Alex Kerr here. So that's 2 Tetrises more, so that really shortens the gap, assuming he scores those 2 Tetrises.
417 now for Jeff at 99 lines, about to hit that Joey Parker turn, as we all know and love. Look at that Z-spin from Jeff. Tremendous.
But again, another, oh boy, these spires for Alex's board. Gets the square over just in time.
The pieces coming in now for Alex. He does get that right open, and a long bar will come and help. Only a lines still left to go here for him here, Chris.
Yep. When you get a big dig like this, it's real easy to relax a little too much and then make another misdrop. That's a tendency you tend to see a lot in this game as well. When you make a crazy save, you dig out, you dig, you get back to scoring position, then boof, another misdrop. So breaking those tendencies is pretty key to surviving competitive matches, because if you're just casually playing and you got a bad game going, how often do people try to dig out? And that's
right.
Sometimes you're chasing high scores. Like, I don't want to do that. I don't see it. You watch like any speedrunner, and whenever they have a bad move, they just completely reset their game. It's like, man, that's not a competitive. That kind of goes against the spirit of competition to quit like that. I mean, I get why they do it. They're going after the perfect run, and only perfection is going to really net them anything. But seeing them dig out of a bad situation, that's the fun of sports.
And what's fun is that we got a major
line
disparity going on right now. Jeff is already on level 20. Alex is still fooling around on 18. He is waiting. The long bar will finally transition him over 467. Jeff had the better transition regardless. Jeff transitioned like way over 500. And Alex already getting into some trouble there in the center. He needs the long bar bail as soon as possible.
Won't give it to him. Just gets it over. Woo!
Pretty spicy situation there for Alex, but he has come clean and he is safe. 477. The match continues. Jeff is already on level 22 at 624. He's going to look to take it to the house. So here we go, Chris. We got ourselves a good run now. Yeah, we got a good run now on this 19 speeds. Let's see what happens.
And again, it's just the line discrepancy here. You just don't know how far ahead Jeff truly is. A perfect run by Alex, I think, would be enough to overtake this. But we got a long way to go before level 29.
Plenty of levels left to go just to see if Alex can get the piece sequence worked out. I like that move with the T piece. He made that last second rotation to adjust, and it worked out very well for him. He is Tetris ready. He's a long bar. Here it comes. Bang! Tetris while Jeff is having trouble in the center.
This board is sold out. He can maybe get one more Tetris. Got to cover the well, and that's going to be at 724. And Alex Kerr has a beautiful board, needing about 100,000 points, so no lining out this time. Oh, and he can't get the square over. Can he get the line? Just gets it over. Wow, what a save. He's still got quite a long ways to go. He's going to need to score some Tetrises here. He needs a 725, 725.
All right, so he's about 100,000 points down. This Tetris will get him a lot closer. 658 now for Alex. 725, as Bidwell mentioned, is the target to take this game number 6 and even it up again.
Chase down didn't work last time, but you cannot line out this time. But you do have enough runway to take smart burns like that, the double saves, and the Tetris at 698. A Tetris and change will probably do it. Not quite at 30,000 points yet, I don't think.
Yeah, but right now he can afford to take some burns. But he's getting a little aggressive here, Chris.
Oh, I love it.
This is a change we've seen in Alex now over the coming weeks. Here comes bang Tetris. He's got it. Alex
Nice.
Kerr gives you a little bit of something special. Dynamite in that C4 pocket for him.
Is he gonna
Chris.
blow in here? Let's explosion. Let's go. Boom. Little, you're not maybe not enough, but let's see how far he can take this. He's hot right now.
Got about 15 lines left. If he can go perfect at this point, it'll
Four
be very
Tetrises
close.
at 30,000. It's be the 950-ish.
11. That was the 875. Yeah, about 950 as Bidwell mentioned. That would be his second highest score here in the season. His biggest one was a 975.
Maybe set up a center well and go for it. I mean, there it is, 885.
Oh,
GG's, we're tied again. This is fun.
Very nice. Alex made a statement right there, Chris. He made a statement big time. Not
He's
afraid.
inspired by my electoral college speech. Can take this thing after all.
Very nice. Great job from both players. A very exciting game number 6. And we're tied up here, Chris.
Jeff with the true false start. But he'll just pause it with the first piece.
Well, he's also on the wrong, but that's okay. So D5 players, make sure D5. That's fine. Don't worry. I don't think Jeff's gonna need a advantage here. He's probably gonna forget exactly what those pieces were.
Well, yeah. There's no lines in that first group. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
So go ahead,
Best
Chris.
of 3.
Yeah, go ahead. You can say it.
Neck and neck.
Oh, it was once a best of.
Oh! I see too many catchphrases. What was once a best of 9 is now a best of 3. Hell yeah!
There you go.
There's the miss drop from Alex. That was one of the keys to victory last week. Seeing few of them this time, but kind of spicing up the board this time. You should get out of it, but that's gonna let Jeff maybe get advantage, but he's got a line dependency in column 2. So more spicy play tonight.
Yeah, it's been definitely a tough one all around.
The grind.
Yeah, a lot of grit, a lot of grind in this one, and as mentioned, that's kind of what you want to see. You want to see these players have to work hard, and again, that was actually a pretty good score for both of them, 700 and 800s respectively, and it makes it for entertaining matches, yes. By the same token, you want to root for them to just do well.
That's been always the appeal of this game, is that even though we present it as player versus player, it really is player versus game. So it's very easy to, you're beating the RNG, you're beating the pieces, you're getting those high scores. And Alex nails the spin this time. Playing one off the bottom. Wow, he could have taken the Tetris and decided to fill the dependency instead. I guess 6 of one, half a dozen the other when you get the line soon after. Both players about to 99.5 for Alex. He's going to tease us with that threshold crossing.
Yeah, it's been his MO this entire season. Right? He's going to tease us. There he goes.
Willie, and there he goes.
And there you go. Of course, we talked about Alex 2017 and so on. Again, you have seen him for so many years live and in person and whatnot. Is this like the most aggressive you've seen Alex play in a match?
You can see the growth just in this 99 series, of course. You got to remember, in the old days, a 500,000 would typically win, except for the very top level Jonas final boss type matches. There wasn't that deep pool of players who consistently played deep into transition and got those astronomical type scores. It was more, oh, I had a good run. I broke 500K. So that was the world of the pre-Joseph era. And, you know, somebody like Alex who has a grown-up job and doesn't play this game all that often, seeing him improve his game as well with everybody else shows you that I should be able to do it, or everybody else should be able to do it.
Right.
And Reed agreeing, saying he's fit as we gotten more aggressive just even in this series.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I was alluding, because I know, you know, for someone like me that's just being involved only for the past couple of years, hasn't been able to see too much of Alex. Again, he doesn't really participate in the monthly tournaments or, you know, anything outside of what we arrange here in the Friendlies universe. But for the most part, you know, for those that have followed his entire history, from seeing him the first time in the Ecstasy of Order and his participation, trying to qualify, and, you know, subsequent years after that, making the finals, you know, 2 times in the golden era, which, you know, only other person that was doing was Harry Hong, of course, and certainly it's another caliber of player that it would be interesting to see if Harry would ever want to do a 99 series. I think that would be very fun to watch and see how he would handle something like that. But again, you know, it's sometimes it's
I hear rumblings that he's looking to make a little bit of a comeback, especially if the DAS tournament takes off. Like we've been seeing it potentially take off. We saw last year's success. Hopefully this year they can replicate that. So if that does become a regular tour stop and does get some prestige, I could see Harry making at least one run at that title. That'd be a pretty fun comeback story. Kind of like a John Daly bookend. You know, winning the PGA tournament out of nowhere one year, and then like a decade or so later winning a British Open. Right. Kind of one of those deals.
Yeah, that'd be tremendous.
But I don't expect, but not to say that I expect to see Harry Hong drinking beer and playing Tetris with his shirt off. I'm sure people would tune in for that, but look at this game, 361, and Alex playing the well has been jumping around on his board, but still he's got the lead with those Quaid strats.
And again, a bit of a grindy game. Session. Yeah, I was gonna say a bit of a grindy game again. That's been the story of this series tonight, is that players not really been getting those high transitions. This one's a low one. As Bidwell mentioned, 389 now for Jeff, 395 for Alex. Alex will have the better transition going into this one. And of course, Vince is already taunting you here. He says Bidwell will never break 600K.
Maybe not. I'll keep trying. 399. Look at. Oh my goodness, we are virtually tied. 100-point difference. And Alex in the true lead in the points and in the pace. So Jeff, with this struggle session, every Tetris is going to matter from this point on. And you can just see that the pieces are just not agreeing. Finally gets that Tetris, but you saw he wasted about a level trying to get out of that funk.
Right.
But look at this, 440, 440. Wow. I don't think I've seen a game in a long time this close for more than a level. This is great.
Yeah, it's been pretty much
flash the neck alert the entire rest of this game.
I mean, I might as well here. We'll just leave it up because there's no need to flash it.
Those necks in chat.
Just leave it there.
Let's just. I want to see dozens of necks. I'm not. You have those subs. You take advantage. Put them emotes in the chat.
The perfect time to get a sub if you want, so you can get that neck and neck emote. It's the right time. It's the right players. Let's see it. Let's go. And in fact, Chris, even though this is a low-scoring game, we're on level 24 for Jeff. He'll get a Tetris at 514. Alex at 466. This game is pretty awesome, and the crowd, I can hear them. They're chanting it as well.
Alex's board is just perfect. So Jeff is playing a little more aggressive, but it's the board health. It's the runway. Alex doesn't make a misdrop here. He's got this in the bag and will take the lead. Pivotal game 7.
553 for
5,000 point difference. Oh, this is awesome.
Alex, clean board. He's waiting for the bar. He'll take the safety triple, has no choice. Far comes a piece too late, but here's another one. Bang!
Wow!
He's got the lead, 598 to 561. Jeff needs some help.
Oh, missed stop for Jeff Moore. And he overshifted. He's gonna top out, and Alex takes game 7.
How about that? Alex hangs tough. He's partying it up like it's 2017. He's hanging tough, and he's got the 4th win on his side. That is game number 7 to him. And Chris, he's looking at potentially maybe sniping another one and getting back, climbing up to catch Jeff.
Hey, that's the thing. Jeff is such a high class. You just expect him max out after max out. When he has that slight off night, Alex is right there to take advantage of it.
I'd like to thank Colin for subscribing. He's been here for 8 months next month, and it'll be a baby boy, so good to see that. Barrett's here. He's got GGs for both players. Yeah, this has been, but again, yeah, this has not been high scoring with the exception of the one game that we saw, Chris, but every single game in this one just feels like it's a war. It's been a war of attrition.
And you see Jeff does have it. He has the 3 900K games there in his high score, so he's not that off. So more green tea, more beverage on Jeff's side. Looks like glass cleaner behind him. Don't drink the glass cleaner. Pound him down. Here we go. Game number 8. 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
I was waiting for you to say, let's make it great. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Don't be late.
Game number 8 decides our fate. Hell yeah.
Ooh. Poetic.
I think that is one of his things, right? Colin, you can correct me. Colin's a GD, I guess, what would we call him? An acolyte, perhaps?
Staffer, acolyte, underling.
Henchman. Yep, there we go. Game number 8 decides the fate, of course. Yes. See, but Bidwell's is better. Don't be late, because if you're napping, then you might be a little bit late.
Right. If you're napping, you will never break 600K.
Correct. And no commentator's curse. We're trying not to, but only one full start in this game, this series tonight, right, for this round. So we are looking at just these 2 last games. We're in game number 8. Hopefully we can get over that threshold. And Jeff is nearing that. Alex.
He's trying. He's creating all the dependencies, trying to keep that well open. Oh, and that's going to be... Oh, is he going to save this? Quick adjustment with the line. Gonna get the yellow over. Gets the yellow over. Flat burn. All right, this is fun. Let's go, Alex. You got this. All right. False start. 5-yard penalty.
There you go.
After this, it's the goal.
Commentator curse there. What a shock, of course.
That's the rules.
That is the rule. So, Jeff, 169 is a good score, but it will not continue on, as that is a false start, and that's fine. We want to see some. I'd rather see a couple of false starts here, Chris, than have those like 100K early top outs.
Oh yeah, a 101 than a loss. That's kind of it's the spirit of the rule, not so much the rule itself. But
of course, and you saw the effort Alex was doing. He was really trying to not let that happen, but the pieces at the end did not work out.
Always my fault, Vince. Here we go, Mark II in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Game number 8, let's make it great.
F7 is the seed. We'll get T's and a Z to fall down, and they will begin to build. This is game number 8. 2 full starts tonight, but that's okay. If a false start leads to a max out game, Chris, then I'm all for it.
Hey, hey, we get to hang out with us a few minutes more. It's only 10 o'clock.
I mean, these guys speed running. They're just so good. They speed run this series every week. We book about 2 hours just because you have to anticipate false starts and breaks and things like that. But these guys are like, they don't get paid by the hour. Just like, let's get it done. Let's go. They are
Jeff with the left well here.
They are Brock Lesnaring their time on this show.
Yeah, I guess an F7 is like an F5, except you go around twice.
Yep.
So about to cross that threshold on Jeff's side, although there's one of cheese. You're gonna go one off the bottom here. And Alex is a few thousand points away from crossing that threshold himself. Oh, game. Give Jeff the freaking line. Oh boy. They did give him the line. Just one piece too late. Oh boy. Oh boy, King. 98,000, and this is going to be interesting. Flat burn. Oh, no, he's going to stand it up. He crossed the threshold, but like he said, not like this. Okay, gets the dirty Tetris on off the bottom on the left well. Back to safety. It's all right. We got a real game. No curses this time. We made it great. Got the smile from Jeff. Oh, Jeff with the smile nod.
And now Jeff is talking trash to Bidwell right now. He's like, I had it in the bag. What the hell are you talking about? You're trying to commentator curse me, man. See that on his face. I know exactly what Jeff's saying there. I can read lips and everything. And Jeff is honestly, as much as he'll probably tell you, oh man, I hate being in front of the camera. That guy's a ham, bro. Guy's a ham. Anytime he does these promos and these super shows we do, I mean, he's probably one of the best promo cutters there is in the ClassicTetris scene, man. The guy is legit top notch.
Trying to subvert our expectations.
Of course.
But look at this, Alex, in the lead with all that commotion there during that digging out situation.
And a pretty interesting Z placement that he made there, and it looks like it'll pan. He wants to go center well here, Bidwell.
There it is. Bang. Bangarang, bam, boom.
Speaking about booms, obviously Chris Tang, legendary commentator, will be in Phoenix with you, Bidwell, but we'll get to hear the guy that inspired Chris live in Hartford. He's going to be on a panel. Terry Lee Torok will be at the Hartford convention at the Retro Expo that we're going to be hosting our ClassicTetris event, man, and I'm excited. I would love to meet Terry and kind of pick his brain about the good old days, and I'm sure you and him definitely could talk about some NWC.
I got to get up my I have a Thor Ackerland autographed item. I should get Terry to sign that as well.
Oh, that's brilliant.
I have to dig that out. Not Tetris style, but out of my basement full of stuff that I don't really need, but have accumulated over the past 20 years. But here we go. Pretty good scores. Nearing 100 lines, considering how both players started off. I think it's been pretty efficient since then. 330 for Alex, 359 Jeff, and again ahead by another 10 lines. Jeff Moore again with the press down.
In that rhythm right now, he just hit the Joey Parker turn at 100 lines. Alex, plenty of runway to go. You'll see he obviously will transition behind Jeff as he does in just about every game of this year. I don't think I've ever seen Alex transition ahead of Jeff so far.
No, I think there's that one maybe was close, but yeah, it's been pretty consistent story. But you see the real story there at the bottom, 4 crowns to 3 right now in this series.
Yeah, so the big game number 8. Alex looking to try to cement the night, get on the winning side, and take Bidwell's electoral college votes. Jeff looking to try to tie it up and give us an exciting decider to see who will take the night. Last 2 rounds, Jeff has been winning them handedly. Got the sweep in round 2 and then won 6-3. Kind of closed it out back in game number 7 of the last round. And he's going to transition to 509, Chris. 469. Hey now for Alex.
Yeah, Alex is going to have the transition lead, assuming he finishes it here. I mentioned that earlier.
That's been the key. That's been the key for him tonight, Chris. Whenever he's gone into these transitions ahead of Jeff, I believe he's gotten the victories here. He's not slowed down, and very nice job.
Misdrops have certainly gone way down.
Yes.
It's just timing, and it's extremely difficult to get the feel for it, especially with DAS players. You know, when you're a tap roller, it kind of just there is no feel in that. You just brute force your way across it. The elegance of DAS is you really got to get that timing down perfectly. So this is an interesting situation. Alex does get the line just barely. He was kind of being aggressive, trying to build that up to get the score, because he knows these level 19 speed Tetrises are going to be the key of taking this win. He's behind 594 to 604, but he have the 2-level advantage, assuming he can finish. Vaults, flips the piece over.
Yeah, those squares that came in were brutal.
Had he not flipped that, he might have not made it. But now he's in cleanup mode, and Jeff is back in the driver's seat. Now he's up with the evil number to 607, although he hangs the T. So if Alex can get clean, he is clean. Gonna be aggressive. Gets the oh, look at that nod. He's like, yeah, he liked that.
Oh, he's feeling
Getting
it right
the
now.
line piece right after you get Tetris ready, the best feeling in the world.
And while Jeff hanging tough, he's dug out, staying alive. He makes an adjustment of the T for the J to come in, changes his mind about that long bar placement, and it works out very well. He will use the long bar to open up the right well so he can get that triple. And Jeff is safe. He's dug out at 692. Alex at 648. Alex is behind 2 levels.
Mino at the bottom means Alex still has some more solving to do, and he gets it. Still not ready. Okay, he's ready. Give him the line. Oh, it comes one too late again. Still ready. Gets it down. Jeff is slightly increased lead. It's about 2 Tetrises now. But, again, runway. Alex has it. Will he play one off the bottom in column 2? He decides not to. Those are those decisions. Nice T-spin at level 19 speed for Alex. Plays aggressive with the line. Just can't get Tetris ready, and now he finally is, but he had to waste about 6-7 lines to get there.
Yeah, but it's okay.
749, 733.
Jeff is now approaching this level 28 here, Chris.
Yeah. So he's going to set the mark. He can get 3 more Tetrises here. He's basically sell out your board at this point. There's no point in just getting doubles. He's going to get 1. He's not going to get 2. So Alex, just keep playing your game. Bangs out another Tetris. So Jeff is going to get an 829 with the kill screen.
829, 119 is the final score. Alex, 130 will win it for you and win the night. And we're going to have to try to do it here in the last level,
oh boy.
Chris.
He's going to need both of these. He has 7 lines left. He needs 2 Tetrises, so he can burn maybe a couple of lines, but that's it. He needs lines now. There's 1. 1 more line will do it. Or only 4,000 point difference. Maybe a double. He's going to go for the Tetris. He's going to play it well. Give him the line. Give him the line. Give him the line. Give him the line. Give him the line, game. No. No. Give him. Oh, he can't get it. Oh!
Unbelievable.
Would a double would not have done it, right? Or double would have been right on the.
A double would have been. A double might have done it. It would have been on the threshold. A triple certainly would have done it.
Yeah.
But his board was already Tetris ready. It was going to be tough to get the triple in, regardless. He only had the 2 lines to burn, so any placement would have blocked as well. And he was doing the right thing, but the bar timing once again just didn't work out. Alex at 825, Jeff at 829. Jeff will tie it up. It's 4-4. And Chris
decider, King.
The decider, yes, GG's.
Woo! Wow. What a game.
A lot of no's in chat there. People couldn't believe it. No. In fact, you know what? We can do a little sound bite. That one was a tough one. Man, Alex, that was tough.
No! No! No!
I guess we're going to be counting provisional votes in Wisconsin. Who's going to take these electoral votes?
What's the weight of Wisconsin in electoral college votes?
15-ish, I think.
That's a good amount. What else is a good amount is that we have a 4-4 game, Chris. It is the final game of the night. Do the honors. Count them down for game number 36.
All right. Final game. Decider in 3, 2, 1. Tetris.
T's and squares are the beginning pieces, but they were placed in different areas from both our heroes. Oh, man, Chris. What a heartbreak that one was. You saw Alex really holding out. He knew Tetris certainly was victory. You know, when we look at it points-wise, a triple would have done it, but his board was just too flat to be able to get a triple going. The double, you know, would have been tight. Who knows? You know, I guess our big brains here could have let us know. Would the double have been good enough? He was at 825 to Jeff's 829. He needed 830 to win. You know, would that double been enough? But again, that board was just way too flat for him, and he had to sell out just like you always do.
The other strategy was to set up the center well, and try to get some level 29 lines in there, and that strategy is extremely risky for DAS players. But you know, it wasn't the strategy; it was just the piece sequence. So Jeff here going to play center well, get to 75,000. Alex at 95,000. Hopefully, no false starts here. Alex crossed the threshold. Jeff just 1,000 points away. One more line will do it. And we have... Oh, maybe not yet. Visual game. The news streak.
News streak getting started here. 2 false starts on the evening. Alex blames himself on those, but you know, it's been a grind. As mentioned, this has been not the kind as the seeds as you saw in that game number 8 that we just saw. That was game number 35 overall. We're in game number 36. And, you know, Chris... maybe you know a little bit about this, but there's always that myth, right? There's always that myth among Tetris players that those later levels, it feels like the game just droughts you on purpose, right? It's like there are no bars to give you. You've already spent them up in levels 18 to 25, right? Like 26, 27, 28, there's like no bars. It's that feeling, right? Is that more mental, or is there any type of scientific knowledge that would tell you otherwise?
That's got to be mental, but you're just acutely aware of your losses. You know, if you're complimented 9 times and get 1 insult, you're going to remember that insult. Same with, you know, winning and losing. It's the losses always hurt more than the sweetness of a win. So you just recognize the pain more.
Oh, it is so painful. Sure, Alex is probably not going to sleep well with that. Well, maybe he will. I'm sure.
He'll be like, Alex is going to win this and take the series 2, and we'll have a tied series, and the overall total will only decrease 1. But you know, either way, we've had a fun night. 285 Alex, 228 Jeff, 288.
Yeah,
Jeff playing halfway up the board trying to get clean. And that's been, you know, the MO for most of these series have been, you know, start off a little slow, have some hot games in the middle, and then taper off. Whereas this, we've been pretty consistent with these B to C tier games from these two. The last one was, you know, they weren't near max out speed, but they both got to level 29 or just on the precipice of. So, you know, that's that B plus to A minus tier. So they've been, you know, you said it's a grind. That's certainly a grind to that climax of that game 8.
Right now we got a bit
And
of
maybe
a
the
spicy grind here for Jeff.
This line didn't even give it the... Oh, my goodness. Jeff Moore. That's going to do it for Jeff Moore. And Alex Kerr takes game number 9. What a grind. I'm here for it. And mulling this out, Alex Kerr, you deserve it.
Yeah, last game of the night. Go ahead, Alex. You can finish it out. You know, taking the game and the match. And another 5-4 win for him. So after the last 2 weeks of getting kind of beat up a little bit, he is back in the win column, Chris. So that's good to see.
Hey, he took Wisconsin. No need for a lawsuit.
No need for a recount.
Nope. When I worked as an election clerk, I always had nightmares that I'd be that dude from Florida staring at that punch card with his cross-eyed with his glasses off. I did not want to be caught on TV as that guy.
Oh my god.
That would have been the absolute worst.
Almost certainly. And you know what else is pretty worst? Well, pretty bad, I should say, but it is the worst too. Is an early top out. So Jeff knows that when you get an early top out here in the Friendlies universe, there are sound bites. They haven't been doing them really that often because this is the best of 99. These guys are legends. Everybody has an early top out, but since the match is over, well, he knows what he's gonna get now. Oh, Monsieur Kingsman, it's so hard to hold it in. Oh no, I'm going to let it go, man. It's going to come out.
Now that we got that out of the way, this is a monster game from Alex Kerr. We have 552 at 124 lines. This is a potential 600,000 point transition, and Alex smartly takes the double instead, but he's still going to have a monster score here. Play this out, my friend. The board is beautiful. The lines are flowing.
And the most
flashies are coming across the screen. Oh, and he misdrops the square. Fixes it with the next square. You know it's working when you can fix your problems that easily. So we'll see what happens here on the left. It's starting to fall apart. I've cursed it. Blame it on me. Can't get over to the left. Oh, I can't do it. But he was playing more aggressive than normal because he knew he was going for that max out. Had he been playing in the match, he would have not gone for that left well and would have burned a lot earlier. But GG's all around tonight.
GG's all around tonight. Let's ring the bell to make it official. We'll head on over to the winner's scene and congratulate this man. You saw him on the winner's scene back in round number 1, but he's back on there here in round number 4. And as Chris Bidwell told you, even though we're counting by games, at the end of the day, matches can also make a difference. And we're tied up in this best of 99 series as far as matches are concerned. They are 2-2 through 4 rounds. Alex Kerr, big win tonight. Look at him, all smiles there, Chris. So good to see him there. Nice t-shirt too.
Nice t-shirt, and I see something in the corner there. It's like almost a complete black background. That's just a shadow. Thumbs up. Oh. Man, we love ourselves some Alex Kerr.
Of course. Basically, right here. That's King fixing up Cam, and there you go. You can see that. Wonderful job there for Alex. A big win tonight, and again, that's got to be a good, feels good moment for him, right, Chris? After getting, kind of beat up the last 2 weeks, and now going toe to toe with Jeff. It was an absolute grind. Like you're not gonna get those 800-900K games in every game, but certainly we got ourselves a grit and a grind, and these guys did a great job tonight, if I do say so myself.
Nope. Jeff knows he cannot coast. If he gives it up, if he's off one night, Alex is gonna take him. So it's gonna be an interesting narrative for the rest of the summer.
Good times had by all tonight. Absolutely fun night, and a great job from both players, doing an excellent job to entertain you, the masses here. We would, of course, I should pay out the result of that one. People
channel points.
Some channel points there. It was 60-40 in favor of Jeff in this one. Alex coming
good
through.
Odds there, 3-2.
Yeah, if you bet on Alex, then wow, good for you. So get your channel points now. Congratulations to all you on the bets. And again, thanks so much for Jeff and Alex continue doing this every week in and week out. They are absolute angels, and I'm so honored that I am here to call them their matches along with you, Chris. It is truly a dream come true for a guy like me. So thank you so much.
Take care, everybody.
So there you go. This is let's get updated for next week. But for those that need to know, we'll have the round 5 next Wednesday, July 19th. That will take a break. But Jeff will be taking a break. Chris, we've talked about maybe an intermission type of match. So there's been some rumblings that Alex might get challenged by someone. So if he's free that following week and wants to continue getting his reps in, I'll talk to him on the side and we'll see. But there's been some rumblings that someone wouldn't mind taking Jeff's spot for a week. So you could see something happening brewing on that July 26th. And then we run through the rest of August, so you can see each week there. And then right into September after Labor Day is our new schedule. So stay tuned for more of that to come. I can't wait. So again, thanks so much to all you guys and Chris and everyone here for joining this evening. And it's now time to find a raid target. Because I'm done here at the ClassicTetris channel. I'm finished. My job is done. And trying to send you all off somewhere else in the world of ClassicTetris, perhaps. And I think Sharky's still going. He has this wonderful gauntlet program. Big matchup going on right now as the captains are fighting. Blue Scooty and Rameshans, I think, are about to get underway. That is a wonderful match. I'm hoping both of those players can make it out to CTWC, Chris. You'd be very impressed with them.
Yeah, the more the better. This is going to be an epic year in Portland, and I know last year was the first taste for a lot of people. So now that the flag's been planted, people know what it's like. People know that we're back. Let's get some people who missed it last year come out this time and get that experience at the big stage.
Well, certainly, and we'll be there to give you all the hot action. Plenty of stuff still coming. We got Tetris action going on in the Lone Star State next week, so make sure you tune into both CTM and ClassicTetris channel. They'll be doing simulcasts of that event on the weekend, and then of course August, Chris, is blazing with CTWC action every friggin' weekend. There's something happening, so this channel is going to pop off in the dog days of summer. I can't wait.
Hot Tetris summer, let's go.
So for Chris Bidwell, it is the king of the restreams. I will see you all next week for some more Best of 99. Take care, everybody.